Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening for all of you that are in different time zones. For those that do not know me yet, my name is Paola Camargo, and I've been working in CIMMYT since the last 4 years. Today, I'm going to make a presentation about our new intranet. We have called this project InSide CIMMYT Next Generation, and it is because it looks very different from the previous one. We changed some technical aspects, and we also decided to change some different components and like the how we structure the new internet. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'll be explaining you how it is structured the new internet. This project started like 3 years ago. Well, 2 years ago. 3 years ago, I started asking people, what do you think about the internet? Do you like it? If you don't like it, why not? And I received a lot of comments. I received a lot of suggestions, a lot of good ideas. And I remember that in the last admin week, we had our corner and we had a place where we used to have different post-its, and we were asking people to provide ideas, to provide feedback, comments, everything they want to see in the new internet or what they didn't like about the previous one. And that's how we collect all those ideas, and we started the discovery phase. Then we gave a design of the new internet. This design was shared with some of the directors, head of units, with and another type of CIMMYT staff. And in February last year, we started the implementation of this new system. Then we did the configuration, and then the critical part here was to migrate the information to the previous one to the new one. And now, then we launched the system, and now we have been doing some training workshops for all the different service units, all the regional offices, and we're still working on it. So the new internet is divided like in 5 different sections. The first one is the staff self-service, is this one here. And the staff self-service, it is because we wanted to have a service-oriented intranet. It means that you can easily find a service or product, a guideline, very important information from the different service units, the different research programs, the different offices, and we decided to have different categories. The first one is a staff. In the staff category, you are able to find all those information that are relevant for all CIMMYT staff, not only researchers, but also the admin staff. And then we have institutional. Under the institutional, we have and we will have more information that is across all CIMMYT staff. And here we have strategy, mission statement, all those type of information. Then we have science. This is only for researchers, and we have bring different subcategories. In this part, you are able to see, for example, access to the different journals, access to the data, open access databases, access to the most recent peer-reviewed journal articles, the ORCID information. The ORCID is that unique identifier that makes every researcher's unique in the whole world. And yeah, all those kind of information, you can find it here. Then we have CIMMYT Academy. At this moment, we only have access to the main CIMMYT Academy portal, but we are working on having here a lot of information about the whole process of the CIMMYT Academy. and what's behind what they have to offer, how it works. Then we have the enterprise portal. In the enterprise portal, we are currently working on another project in the KMIT unit. And this project is dynamics for human resources and also dynamics for finance and operations. It means that we are trying to collect and to collect the information about all CIMMYT staff in on a single place to improve the processes, to improve the accessibility for all the different regions. And yeah, so in the near future, we will have access to those. At this moment, we have the access to the previous, to the current ERP. Then we have hospitality and rooms. This is available only for people that are hosted in HQ and in Mexico. And here they have we have access to the to reserve to book in a room, to book in a meeting room in the different buildings in the knowledge center and in the administrative. We are able also to see the cafeteria menu. This is a very common, the most famous page in the intranet. Then we have the the events, and in this section we have the different subsections. We have the brown bag seminars, the science week, admin week, coffee mornings, town halls meetings. So we are trying to collect to have here to centralize all those type of events that are done in CIMMYT. And the last one is the policies and procedures. And here we have three different categories: the policy, the procedures, and the third, documentation or supporting documentation. So you can find it by name here. And we can also have two more filters. One of the filter is you can filter by service unit. You can filter by you can filter by research programs. Let's see an example here. For example, if I filter by human resources, this is what they have available for us in order to know more about our benefits, our policies, anything they want to have polished here. And we also have a filter by location. So we can filter also by the different offices that we have around the world. In this same section, we have recommended items for staff. I don't know if you remember that in the previous internet, we used to have in the right side a lot of quick links, but there were a lot. So that's why we defined to have a maximum number of 10. So in this part, we will only have maximum 10 different quick links that are relevant for all CIMMYT staff. Of course, we have in this moment, we have the cafeteria menu, the emergency contacts, meeting room reservations, and we have also here a special place for the policies and procedures. If I click here, I know that the Human Resources Department have been sending us emails to request us to respond the CIMMYT policy acknowledgement. This is how you can access it directly. Or you can access here also. And here we have the different policies that we have in CIMMYT. And we have divided this section into different main service units, or different categories. So you can see that we have here the policies, procedures, and supporting document. If we go back, then we have the regional offices portal. I remember that when we were collecting information about how was the intranet, one of the comments that I received was that the regional people from the regional offices, they didn't feel part of CIMMYT, because they said that everything was very HQ oriented. That's why we wanted to make it this intranet like a place where we all we all belong to the same place. And we created this section, and you can see that we have a map and different icons here. If I click on any of this icon, you will see that the name of the country changes, also the weather, the time, and also we have some alerts for the different countries where we have offices. We have travel safety tips, and we can access here directly to the office site, to the page of the office. And we have also here what time is in the different countries where we have offices. So you can play around, and you can see what information is available for you from the regional office. Then the third section is the news. This section, we have like different subcategories. We have the first one is the DG News. This is a carousel. At this moment, we only have one article, but we have been working with the DG office communications person to explain her and to train her in how to add information here. So we hope that in the coming weeks, we will have something new here. And then we have this section here. And this section has CIMMYT news. Those are news that are relevant for all CIMMYT staff. Then we have regional office news, and we have staff happenings. Under staff happenings, and we have different subcategories, so we can understand better who is writing what, and what type of information that we want to communicate to the different people. And we can click on load more to view more news. And we also have this section, view all news. In the view all news, you can search by month, by year, and you can go back to the to the old news articles that were posted in the old internet. And then we have events. I'm sorry. Then we have events, and in the events, we have this global calendar. This is available for all of us, and we have two different colors in under each name. You can see that we have orange dots and blue dots. Those means that the orange dots are holidays on any country, and the blue ones are events that were organized by someone in CIMMYT, but any in the service units, regional offices, or research programs. For example, this day, May 28th, we have the International Hamburgers Day, and it was organized by the Hospitality and Guest Services. And you can decide if you want to attend this event by clicking in attending, or just leave it as it is, or just you can click on not attending. If you want to download this event to save it into your Outlook account, you just have to click here. It will download the event. You open it and you save it, and now you have it. You will have it in your email account. The fourth section is the collaboration space, where you will have access to your own information. This part is different for everyone, because this is what we did here is that we wanted to have a quick access for all the different documentations that I'm working on. OneDrive, Microsoft OneDrive, and also the different themes where I belong in Microsoft Teams. So if you can see, I belong to all those different Microsoft Teams, and those are the documentations that I have been working on, and the most recent documentation I have been working on. And the last section is this one, is this part. In this part, we have this main announcement bar. This is relevant for all CIMMYT staff also, is the place where we can add information, relevant information with all of us. So here at this moment, we have the CGIAR transition. and we have the COVID-19 situation. So if you click on any of this, you will see that we have a lot of information here that we can read in, and it is updated and maintained by different units. In this case, for example, COVID-19 is by risk management, and the one CIR transition is managed by communications and Victor Comarel. Then we have this section here is the searchability function, and we wanted to, one of the comments that also we received a lot was that people didn't find anything in the new internet. They said, I can't find anything. And that's why we came with this approach. For example, if we are going to look for something with the word maze, I'll write maze. And here I have some results. The first one is documents. Those are documents that contains the word maze. Also for staff directory, it doesn't mean that they have to work in the global maze program. No, maybe they have a project or they have something in relation with the word maze, and that's why they appear here. And then we have some events that has the word maze. We have some articles that have this word, and if I don't find what I'm looking for, I have to click in see all inside CIMMYT, and I will be able to see a longer list of results. Now, the last part is the service desk. This section here, this button here, once you click on it, you will open OCRS, and you can sign in using your credentials, and then you can open a new ticket in order you want to open a new ticket. And we have the main menu. The main menu is here. It is a structure with the information that we are having in CIMMYT. We have the Board of Trustees, the DG Office, we have the MC, we have here also the different research programs, the different service units, the different regional offices, the different CRPs in Maze and WIT that we are hosting in CIMMYT. And we have also here the CGIR platforms that we are hosting in Mexico, in CIMMYT, is EIB and GenBank. And then we have CIMMYT management committees. At this moment, we only have one because we are in the process of defining what type of information we need to publish. The whole information that we used to have in the previous one is already migrated. It is here, but it is not published, not all of them, because we need to decide if we want to update the information, and if we want to update the information, then we are going to publish this. And then we have the different events with the different subcategories. So I'll show you this in a few minutes. Then we have another menu. It is hiding here in the corner, but it is available here. We have the staff self-service, the same component that we want to have in the homepage, the service oriented for the service oriented intranet. And here we have the different categories, the different subcategories, and all the different resources that are available under each section. And here we have, for example, this my links. These my links are like our bookmarks that we use in our web browsers. So it is very simple to manage this section. For example, let me see if I want to say Kenya weather. I don't know. I'm just saying anything. And I'll say that this is the link. I'll click on add link. I click on save, and then it is here. And when I click on it, it opens Google because I wrote the Google URL. If I want to remove this one of these links, I just have to click into the three dots and click on delete, click on delete, click on save, and I will have only the access for the CIMMYT website. Now, this is the homepage. This is what we can have. This is what we have in the homepage. How you can access the information, how you can look for the information, what are the different categories. Because, for example, all of the information is here, is available here. If something is not here, please let us know, and we are going to see. We are going to double check what it is not. In this section, in those sections. And then I'm going to present relevant information. For example, let's take the first of each research program, service unit, and regional offices. So here, for example, we have a research program, and in this case, we selected genetic resources. In genetic resources, we have different pictures, as you can see here. Those are all of them are related to the genetic resources. And then we have genetic resources working groups. Those are the different working groups that we have in our unit, because every unit or department or program is divided in different sections. People have different responsibilities, and we have different like different goals to achieve, like the main goal of the unit or the program or the or yeah, or the department. So here is where you can see those sections. Then we have the staff self-service. This staff self-service is only for is to present what type of information we want to share with all CIMMYT staff. For example, if we wanted to share it only with the scientist people, or if we want to have something only available for this region, or only in collaboration with this program. So this is where we are going to have all the different services that we have in the genetic resources, and we need to decide if this information we wanted to have only in our place, only in the genetic resources place, or if we want to have it in the main homepage. So because that's different. Some of the services that we offer, it is relevant only for a minor group of people, instead of those services that are for all CIMMYT staff. So with this idea in mind, we need to decide where we want to have this information. Then we have this section for events. In the section for events, as you can see, it is the same that we used to have in the previous one. The idea here is that you want to create an event and you want to share it with all CIMMYT staff. All you have to access is fill in the information about the event. And at the end, there's a question that says, do you want to have it in the homepage? If you select this option, it will appears in the homepage. So since from the genetic resources page, I can create an event and I can post it in the homepage, and it could be open for all CIMMYT staff. Then we have access to the different documents that we have in our unit. We can decide if we want what type of information we want to share here. If we want to have it open for public for all CIMMYT staff, or if we want to have private folders. Then we have recent articles. It is the same. You can create an article, a new, and you can decide. You could decide if you want to keep it in your own section, or if you want to post it also in the homepage. And then we have this recent movements of the different pages. So it shows who has been working on what. And then we have this menu. For all the programs, we have three different options. The first one is what we do. And in what we do, what we did is that we migrated the information that you already have in the previous one, and we organize it here. And as you can see, the layout has changed. Also the colors, it is more clean, but we have the same information. Then we have the ongoing projects, and in the ongoing projects, we would like to have here the different projects that you have been working on, so anyone can understand what you are working on, and you can see possible collaborations between different programs. And then we have the document section. In the document section, we have the option to have different like main folders. In these main folders, you can decide if you want to have private information or restricted information or open to all CIMMYT staff. In some cases where I don't have access to see that information, I can see something like that. So I click on it, I can see the name of the folder, but I can't see what is inside. Then I'm going to present a service unit. I would like to present this one, the human resources. Under the human resources, for example, as you can see, it looks pretty similar. We have also here some pictures. We can change those pictures. For example, if we are going to have a very important event, we can post the picture of the event here, and so we can promote that event in our homepage. And we have in the service units, we only have two categories under the left menu. We have what do we do and the documents. And well, here I have key contacts. In the key contacts, we have the director of the head of the unit or department or the program, or the country representative for the regional offices. And once we click on the person here, we can see that who is the person, who are the person that Monica has been working on. So here are the names of the people that she has been working on, and we can see an organogram of our center. For example, we can see here that Monica reports to Dr. Martin Kropp, our DG, and that there are 7 people that are reporting to Monica. So we can play around and we can see like the different structures that we have in CIMMYT. This information is automatically. So we are not doing anything. We are just extracting information from our systems in order to present that structure. We can see who is our supervisor, and in case if we have people that report to us, we can see who are they, just here. And then if we go back, we can see that here human resources has created the different working groups. We can decide even the name, the number of different working groups, the colors of these boxes, and yes, we are working with some people that are part of this team. And we are training people on how to do those things. We have covered the majority of the service units, all the regional offices, and we are still working with 2 more service units and research programs. And it is the same, as you can see. We have this section, the calendar for the events. We have the documentations. We have the possibility to create articles here. We have our staff self-service. And then they decided to have this communication for all CIMMYT staff. It is in English and it is in Spanish. As you can see, if I go to the what we do option here for human resources, you can see that we also have here 2 options of 2 different languages. We have the English and the Spanish. And you can see that it is the same information, but in 2 different languages. And now, communications, as you can see, it looks pretty similar to the HR. They are working on this on their section. and they have here the same pictures. As you can see, only regional offices and research programs have different pictures because they are very focused on what they do. But in service units, it's open, so we can decide what to put here. And the last one is the Afghanistan office. All of the offices looks very similar. As you can see, they have this banner here with a map, and they have the weather, they have the time, they have travel safety tips, they have the option. Well, all of that, all of us, all of the different sections have the option to contact us. Once you click on it, you can ask something, anything, to anyone that from this office in regard to the page. And then we have the flag and the name. And as you can see, we have beautiful pictures here. Those are from Afghanistan. They have the different components like the alerts, where they have the different alerts that are in this moment active for Afghanistan. Then we have events. Then we have the documents, the recent article, the staff self-service. All of a lot of these units or programs or offices looks empty now because, as I said previously, we are working on train people on how to do it and defining. We need to think about what we want to share, what we want to communicate, what we want to make a service. If we want to have here like a section for the different templates, if we want to have here some recommendations, if we want to have here, I don't know, some systems, tools available for all CIMMYT staff. And then in the left menu, we have the same what we do, the same ongoing projects, the same documents, but here we have two more options. One of them is the experimental stations, and in this section, it is not mandatory for all the offices. It is only where we have experimental stations in the regional offices. We have also a page for Mexico, and in this section, we will have information about our different experimental stations in Mexico, and we will have here information also about what type of information of vaccinations is requested to enter this country, information about the visas, information about the hotels in case you need to travel to that office. And then we have the emergency contact info per office. And we have the same. We have the contact information for that office. So we have the address. We have also the working hours of this office, telephone, who's the country representative, the administrative contact, and we keep also the key contact information. So I think I have covered all of the different sections, different resources, the main sections and relevant sections for you. We are still working with people from the different units, programs, offices, CRPs, CGIAR platforms in order to define what they want to have here and how to do it. And I've been organizing these workshops, and I assume in the coming month, or 1, 2, 3 months, it depends on the effort we all put on this task, on this activity to update the intranet. So we will have a complete, a finished, real, a proper functioning system running. And for those, for the one of the problems that we used to have in the previous one was that it was very outdated. So that's why we wanted to configure some alerts in the system. Those are automatically, and the systems will send some reminders for the content managers of each page to remind people to update the site. That's how we want to have this internet updated, and we can use it as the main entry point for all type of information that we want to find in CIMMYT. So with that, I finished, and now we are going to have like an open session for questions and answers. So I'll stop sharing my screen, and we can see the different questions that we have here. First in the chat. Let me see. Well, maybe the time zone, the time and the weather of the different offices are wrong. So let us know. We are double checking this section because we are extracting this information from a service provider. So this service provider publish the weather and the time zone and the time, and we are just collecting this information to put it available here. So yes, we can work on the time. They are saying the same for Afghanistan, for Nepal. Yeah, we'll take that into account. Thank you very much. Okay, here's a good question. Why does the default browser changes to Microsoft Edge every time after restart of the computer? It is because this version of internet is not supported by modern browsers like Chrome or Mozilla. No, let me explain you this part. I'll try to be as simple and clear as possible. The thing is that all of us, we all have the CGIAR email accounts. This CGIAR email account is provided by the CGIAR, and they are the owners of these accounts, and they offer us also access to SharePoint, access to the different resources that are inside of the package of Microsoft. But we found that there were some security issues, and that's why and some restrictions for the centers to administrate that information. So that's why in CIMMYT it was decided to have our own place to offer the same things, but with less restrictions and with more control. So that's why we have at this moment 2 different accounts, and that has been very confusing for some of you, because now we have our email account with the cgir.org, and in case that the 1CG transition, in this transition, they send anything, we can open this information using the CGIAR credentials. But if we want to use the information that is only for CIMMYT, like the intranet, the OneDrive, the Microsoft Teams, anything in the Microsoft environment, we must use the CIMMYT.org credentials. So we have the same username, but what it changes is the domain. For example, my email account is p.ea.camargo@cgir.org. And then if I want to access the intranet, I can use any browser and just remember to use the CIMMYT credentials. In my case, it will be p.a.camargo@cimmyt.org. In that regard, I can access the intranet. Why we have Edge as a default browser? Because if you use the Edge browser, you will see that you don't have to sign in into the sign in using your credentials into the intranet, because we have configured our computers to recognize, for example, when you unlock every morning your computer, it says, oh, it's Paola. So I'm going to provide access her to all the Microsoft things. But the thing here is that you have to use Edge browser for the internet. And for example, if you use Microsoft Teams, if you want to use OneDrive, you can access them also from here, and you don't have to sign in your credentials again. So that's why we have decided to leave the Chrome, the Edge browser by default. Another thing, this version is responsive. It means that you can use it using a tablet or using your mobile. You can see that information is organizing, and you can access it, and you can navigate through it as you do in using your computer. And here, for example, says I can find the policies and procedures access. And as I mentioned, we have the staff self-service component, and then the recommended items for staff. Those are the most relevant services or pages that we have in CIMMYT. And in this place, we have policies and procedures, and you can find everything there. Here. Yes, for example, say another question is there still a notice board where staff can put some message of information intended to internal use only? For example, someone looking for house for rest. Okay, rent. Yes, we need to put it here. We already have migrated this information. I think I have forgotten to add it, but yes, this is here in the recommended items for staff in the staff self-service. We will have that section, of course. Could you repeat the steps to get it there, please? I assume Adriana Cortinas is asking for the policies. I'll do it at the end. So just I'll take note, and at the end, I will share my screen and I'll repeat those steps. Then, no. Here I have a question. Did you see just now that it needs a separate sign-in to move to service desk? We can, of course, open the internet page using Edge, but why it is required to change the default browser? The default browser, I explained that. I explained that we decided to have the Edge just in case is easy for you to access the intranet. And yeah, that's how that's what we decided. Well, I have here a picture flash for Afghanistan are really not for Afghanistan. So yeah, let me see, because we extracted this information from the database that we have in communications in CIMMYT. So yeah, let me double check that. What else? Now where we can find the HQ extensions directory. I assume they are also under the staff category in the staff self-service component. Staff. We will double check that. Here I have another comment. Do we need to have basic information of country offices in CIMMYT, or in InSide CIMMYT, or at main page? InSide CIMMYT has limited access, whereas several people partners may like to see the basic information of our country offices. Yes, that's why we have the regional offices portal where you can post a lot of information. We have been working also with the PMU unit, and the regional corporate services to define, we had different meetings to define what type of information we want to have there and what we want to communicate. Some of the ideas was the vaccinations, the recommendations of hotels, relevant information about what is happening in those offices. And for example, here I have a question that says that people are trying to access the intranet, but they got a message that says you have no rights. Try to use the same the same username, but change the end at CIMMYT.org instead of CGIAR.org. Change it for CIMMYT.org. And if you can't access, just let us know, and we can see in detail what is happening. And yes, I don't know. Let me see. Edge is pretty poor in terms of security. Okay. So I don't have any other question here. Maybe if you want, if you want to open your mic and you can ask something. Go ahead, Richard.
Hello. Hello to everyone. I just wanted to add, thanks, Paola, for the presentation. I just wanted to add also that the performance of the system from the regional offices and to some extent even from headquarters will be better because this is cloud-based now. Before we had it hosted on our campus in Mexico in headquarters. So I think that the performance from the regional offices will be much better because you have different loading times. So I hope that I will also we will receive some positive feedback in future about this feature. And on the other hand, also this is just a reminder. I mean, we are coming out of slowly. We are improving with regard to coming back to offices, to working in a more active manner. I mean, this is now the chance really to update all the information that you can find on these different sections. The idea is really to get this moving with very relevant and up-to-date information. So we are very happy to support you. But of course, that cannot be done by us. What we can do is, I mean, COMS has also greatly supported here. We have collaborated very well. They are the ones also in charge of posting information. But I think since we are a big organization with different locations, I think the idea is really that also the regional offices could be much more proactive in sharing and posting information and pictures like the ones that were wrongly posted on the Afghanistan side. We will happily change those. And I hope that this will also widen the tools that you have at hand for collaboration with partners and also people at different locations. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Go ahead, Sarah.
Hey, Paola. No, I mean, first of all, yeah, congrats to the whole KMIT team for pulling this together. It wasn't an easy task, and it's very new. It looks very different, and there are some bits that we can't find and have challenges with. And yeah, I'm pretty vocal, as Paola knows, in reaching out when I can't find something. There are just a couple of things still that I still see in the system where it isn't all quite tied together. I mean, I'd mentioned Scopus as one challenge. I now know how to access that following the routes through to find the right part of Scopus. Still, if I type into the search bar for Scopus and then go on to everything in the search results, I find a link to it. But when I click on that link, it doesn't take me to the usual sign-in page that we see where we enter CIMMYT journals and CIMMYT. It takes me straight through to Scopus. So some of the features that we otherwise would be able to access, we can't in the public document. So there are just a few things like that, yeah, depending which way we get to the result, can challenge us or channel us into different access route to certain tools. So that's just one thing to raise, and I'll keep feeding information into you when I find those bugs in the system.
Thank you, Sarah. We will take that into account. Thank you very much.
And please follow Sarah as a great example. She always sends us her comments immediately after finding something. I mean, this is a big intranet, and we are doing our best to really get it to the quality we all expect. So please, if you see something that is strange, please inform us. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to close this seminar by introducing you Oscar Marcos. He's Oscar, if you can turn on your camera. He is the administrator of the intranet, and we have in this InSide CIMMYT team, we have working with us Ricardo Lopez, Yadira Venegas, Juan Manuel Ramirez, and Rolando Gonzalez. Those are people that you can access directly, and they can answer anything about a request or a question that you have. Now, I'm going to share my screen just to remind you how to access the policies and procedures, and to remind you that here we have the different categories, and you can easily find information here. If you don't find it here, you can use this this section, and the policies and procedures is here. In the staff self-service, we have recommended items for staff, and we have policies and procedures. And if you click on it, you will see that, well, we have the policy acknowledgement, and then you have the information divided by different units. And yeah, so if you have any other question, please do not hesitate to contact me, to send me an email, and we will answer all the questions that you may have. Thank you very much for taking the time to be here with us, and we will have another session in 2 hours, and it is to collect a broader public. Okay, I have another question, Autumn, but we will contact you then in a separate email, because that's KMIT service. Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.